Hi folks, Bill here, Cannabis IPO guy. Listen, I told you in some of my previous videos that the federal government was about to legalize marijuana on the federal level. I told you this because you needed to get in IPOs, cannabis IPOs, as fast as possible. Because when this legalization takes place on the federal level, everybody that is in cannabis stocks, that owns cannabis stocks, you're going to see your stocks go through the roof. That's going to be a seismic trigger in the cannabis stock industry, and you stand to earn substantial gains on your stocks. Sure enough, okay, yesterday, a representative from Oregon by the name of Earl Blumenauer, he introduced a bill called the Regulate Cannabis Like Alcohol Act. It's coined HR 420. I know that might seem funny, but it's actually a very serious bill. Now, this bill is going to change the landscape of marijuana on the federal level. Now, the bill, it asks the government to regulate marijuana by a newly created agency. It's going to be called the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Marijuana, Firearms, and Explosives. It's also going to be regulated by another agency, and that's called the Alcohol, Tobacco, Marijuana Tax and Trade Bureau. And the FDA is also going to regulate marijuana. You're going to have special permits, and you're going to you're going to have special permits to be able to buy, sell, cultivate, package, or ship marijuana in and out of the country. States where marijuana is not legal yet, obviously, you're not going to be allowed to ship to those states. However, I personally am aware of at least 10 states that are set to fully legalize marijuana just as soon as this federal act is put into place. Those states are Connecticut, Illinois, Minnesota, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, and Rhode Island. Those states are set to fully legalize marijuana in just a matter of months. States on top of that are ready to go, their governors have changed their position on them, or their governors have said that these states are ready, whether it's via a ballot initiative to decriminalize marijuana. Those states are South Dakota, Mississippi, Pennsylvania, my state, Wisconsin. Texas governor said this as well. Ohio, Florida, Arizona, Nebraska. These states, and really, folks, all the states, okay, are going to come on board in under 18 months. When this happens, you want to own stock in cannabis companies. Folks, we haven't had an opportunity to create more millionaires in this country. I don't know when we have. I can't compare this to any industry, not the telecom, not the electricity industry. Folks, in the United States alone, cannabis will be an $800 billion industry within 5 years. We're talking not just revenue from the plant as far as people smoking it. You obviously know about CBD oil. You have the medical marijuana market. You have the rec market. You have beverages, cannabis-infused beverages. You have edibles, gummy bears, chocolate, food. But folks, you have pick and shovel companies that sell vapes, that sell things that the cannabis industry needs, companies that never touch the plant. You have cannabis information companies. Folks, the things that cannabis is going to touch and the revenue that is going to be generated from the cannabis industry, it's almost incomprehensible. And for us to be alive and to see this legalization and commercialization in our lifetime is an absolute blessing. And all those people that wake up and realize the amount of money that you can make when you invest in cannabis IPOs and in the right cannabis stocks, okay, I don't even know what to say. I'm beside myself. I am so excited about this, and I can't urge you enough to invest in cannabis IPOs. I'm going to close this video by telling you just a little bit about a cannabis IPO. That, this is not the one that I was just speaking about in my previous video. That company was a global company. Folks, you have all the front runners out there, and those companies are great. Tilray, Canopy Growth, Aurora, Afria, those are all great companies. But let me tell you something, okay? I've said it before. The race is not always given to those who get out the gate fast. I have a list of IPOs, and I would call them quiet giants. I have gone through these companies from top to bottom. Their management teams are incredible. I want to tell you, there is an IPO coming out, and this company is a giant. This company is going to supply the whole world with cannabis on a medical and recreational level. In fact, all of the cannabis companies that are already on the exchanges, Canadian exchanges and the American exchanges, when they run out of marijuana and cannabis, and at some point you can bet they're going to run out, there's going to be shortages because the world isn't ready for the amount of supply and demand that's going to come when this thing goes fully legal. They're going to turn to this IPO that I'm going to talk to you about. And I'm talking the companies that have, 500,000 square feet of growing space, 1 million square feet of growing space. You think that's a lot? That's nothing compared to the company that I'm going to give you an opportunity to learn about. This company, you have an opportunity to invest in this IPO. This company is going to supply the entire world, the whole world. All of the other cannabis companies at some point will turn to this monstrosity of a company with an impeccable management team. The highest level CEOs capable of handling billion-dollar companies. The highest level of scientists. The highest level market researchers. They are everywhere, worldwide. That's a company I'm so excited to talk to you about. HR 420, just introduced yesterday, January 9th, 2019. This is history in the making. The federal government of the United States is maybe just a few months away from legalizing marijuana on the federal level. And all of the states are going to fall in place after that. Folks, this is an income opportunity for everybody. If you have tax money coming up, you want to set aside $100, $500, even $1,000 and invest in the right IPOs. If you're an average American who is one of the 78% of Americans who live paycheck to paycheck, you're going to want to listen to this. This is the easiest way to make money you'll ever find in your life. You simply have to know the right IPOs, the right cannabis IPOs to invest in, and you could change your life. Understand this. People are making millions of dollars from these cannabis IPOs. It's real, folks. It's happening, and it's all about to explode. Listen, join me. Click the link below. Come over to my site. You'll have access to multiple IPOs with each company having the potential to earn you millions, depending on how much you want to invest in these companies. But I would submit to you that people who are investing as low as $100 are seeing incredible returns from some of these companies. This is a brand new industry with a reach that we just can't measure yet. Worldwide, this will be a $2 trillion industry within 5 years. I'm almost positive of that. This is Bill, Cannabis IPO guy. Click the link below. Join me on the other side. We'll speak with you soon. Thanks a lot.